Venus， 咁大家好，咁多謝 Venus 介紹埋我出嚟啦。咁希望個 screen OK 睇到係嘛？而家跳咗第二頁 OK 睇到啊，嗬。好啦，係啦，咁呢個就係我嘅簡短介紹啦。咁我依家就係學校嘅招生代表啦，亞太區。咁我自己都係土生土長香港人嚟嘅，除咗即係去過一次加拿大探親之外咧，咁真係2020年咧先至即係決定移民咧，咁就即係正式嚟加拿大啦。係啦，咁我就1年前就入咗學校度做嘢。其實我都係讀我依家要介紹呢間學校 NAIT 嘅。咁我嗰時就讀2年嘅 diploma 讀 accounting 嘅，係啦。咁啱啱好就工作滿1年。咁我每次同香港人介紹翻都特別開心。咁係啦，今日嘅主題係 Alberta， 相信大家都唔陌生㗎啦。咁我哋學校就喺 Edmonton 呢個城市嗰度啦。咁Alberta 嗰個優點咧，我諗我唔需要重複啦，應該 Venus 都應該講咗㗎啦。係啦，咁即係個 sales tax 會最低啦，跟住咧就係嗰個稅項又係最低啦，無論係做生意定打工啦。咁人工方面咧，一直咧都係咁多個省嚟講咧，就係平均嘅收入係最高嘅，而且咧就算相同嘅工種咧，係Alberta 咧個人工都比起其他省係高嘅，即甚至乎比 BC 啊、Ontario 嗰啲都會高嘅。係啦，咁嚟緊咧，其實我哋個省而家個人口增長得都好快，咁其實各行各業都需要好多嘅人手，咁呢個就係 Alberta 政府會估計未來咧，其實個人才需求都幾大嘅。咁右手邊咧就係佢哋收咗一啲咧，佢預估咧會係有人才缺口嘅一啲工種啦，就即係包括office 嘅 worker 啦，即係普通文職啦，工程類啊，跟住就係建築業啊，因為咧即係住屋問題亦都係依家係好 hot 啦，咁所以其實周圍都要起好多嘢啊，商場啊咁樣。咁 IT 亦都係一路發展緊啦。health 方面啦，同埋教育方面嘅，咁我哋都有好多嘅 program 係會對應翻嘅。咁如果大家有興趣再知道多啲咧，我就即係想介紹下呢個網站咧，其實都係啲官方網站咧，就係 show 翻而家 Alberta 咧最high demand 嘅工嘅。咁我喺10月25號咧稍稍就拉咗啲即係職位落嚟啦。咁你可以見到其實文職好多咧都係仲係 high demand 緊啦，因為香港人都普遍幾多文職嘅。咁IT 工啦、知識呢啲部分啦，跟住有一啲關於即係工程啊，或者係建築業啦，係啦，咁有興趣可以自己再睇多啲。咁講多啲 Edmonton 啦，因為即係 Edmonton 可能咧大家咧我都知㗎啦，即係 Calgary 就係好出名嘅。Edmonton 啲人成日都係覺得係即係阿爾啦，或者係即係冇乜了解啦，就係知道佢好凍咁樣啦。咁我陣間會講多少少。咁其實 Edmonton 而家人口130萬，我自己喺度咧就住咗4年啦，將近。咁我就幾中意嘅，其實我已經即係我都幾享受呢度生活。人唔係太多啦，咁特別我揸車好渣嘅，我就覺得呢度揸車好舒服，好少真係大塞車。但係咧買嘢都係好方便啦，無論你住邊區，其實10分鐘都會去到一啲華人超市啊，即係鬼佬超市當然周圍都有啦，即係西人超市周圍都有啦。咁跟住亦都有好多公園啊。咁呢度好多每個小區都有好多湖嘅，咁所以其實係即係個環境幾優美啦。咁而且咧啲人咧特別人咧，我覺得真係好友善，同埋佢哋好似好悠閒咁啊！唔知係咪我香港人咧啲性格咧就係好急促嘅，明明返學咧好似好趕咁，但係佢哋都係好悠閒啊，會同你傾幾句偈啊，先至上車啊咁樣。咁呢度咧亦都係好多活動嘅，即係只要你係比較 outgoing啲，中意參與咧，無論係啲社區嘅搞嘅活動啦，downtown嘅一啲大型嘅 festival 啦，或者係啲香港人一啲團體咧，其實佢哋咧真係周不時都有好多唔同嘅活動，其實係都可以好充實、好忙嘅。咁喺個城市裏面有好多 trail 啦，其實即係個環境係絕對唔錯嘅。咁所以咧，其實 Edmonton 咧係第3，即係 top 3嘅immigrant retention， 即係嚟咗度住，其實都唔係好願意搬走㗎啦，因為住落咗都真係幾好似我一樣啦，都幾中意啦。咁咧首先咧，即係我覺得住屋問題咧，即係大家都好關心嘅。我哋睇一睇，譬如讀書期間未必去即刻買屋，可能諗要租笪地方嘅時候咧，個成本大概係咩情況啦？因為 Edmonton 其實出名係即係affordable 嘅，即係都算平嘅成個生活指數嚟講。咁左手邊咧係rental.ca 嘅一啲喺11月最新鮮嘅一個即係呢個統計啦。咁比較咗30幾個城市咧，其實 Edmonton 咧係排第30咧，係即係最 應該咁講，最貴就係 number one 啦，咁最平就30幾啦，咁我哋排30都係非常之平嘅。如果租一間一房嘅 apartment 咧，大概係1284，兩房嘅 apartment 咧1596，呢啲係加幣啦。咁其實咧呢個價錢咧，如果咧喺學校附近咧，亦都有一啲即係都唔錯嘅選擇咧，其實都係真實嘅例子擺喺隔離俾大家可以參考翻啦。係啦，如果你住得 luxury 啲嘅一家人嘅兩房嘅，要1000尺嘅就1600蚊到啦，細少少嘅600幾尺嘅1200蚊都係有嘅，都係好唔錯嘅一個地方咯。係啦。咁咧，如果將來買屋啦，因為我諗好多香港人都有諗過呢個問題啦。咁響亞省咧個平均樓屋價咧，即係獨立屋嘅屋價咧，係445000幾蚊加幣，而響 Edmonton 咧係394000，即係其實200幾300萬咧港幣咧就可以買到間獨立屋啦。如果有小朋友或者將來打算有小朋友，又或者中意開 party 嘅朋友咧，我真係非常建議自己。人一世物一世都買間獨立屋，其實真係個生活係會都好多嘢玩咯，係啦，真係都好開心咯。我呢張相係我嘅相嚟嘅，係啦，真係我屋企人嘅 party 嘅相嚟嘅。咁啊，小朋友生日啦，咁啊開個生日 party 咁樣。咁係啦，咁大家可以比較埋其他城市啦。咁啊，溫哥華百幾萬，圖安圖又係百幾萬，咁喺呢邊嚟講真係一個好平、好 affordable 生活，亦都係非常之有質素嘅。好啦，咁啊，當然亦都第二關心嘅問題就係揾工啦。咁揾工當然唔係話，我諗大家心目中都係想揾份穩定嘅工，而且人工亦都相對係幾好啦。咁啊睇咗Indeed嘅一個資料啦，其實呢個咧應該係我琴日係做嘅啫。咁咧係啦，我就filter 咗，起碼都要有25蚊一個鐘啦，即係相等於年薪係5萬蚊加幣啦，而且係 permanent 嘅工咧，其實咧係 within Alberta 咧 Edmonton 咧係最多嘅，係即係個 number 上係最多嘅。咁雖然好多工咧就唔係一定 full time 就等於 permanent， 即係同香港有少少唔同。permanent 嘅工咧就真係穩定啲，可能好大部分有工會去 protect 啦，咁亦都即係可能嗰 probation 之後。又唔可以話即係總之就會有相應即係好啲嘅 protect 啦，同埋你嘅人工方面咧都會有工會去幫你 bargain 啦。所以 permanent 嘅工咧，其實好多人都係好想入嘅，係啦。咁如果大家同我嘅志願一樣，都係做啲即係屬於公營機構啦，或者政府部門咧，因為 Edmonton 咧係響亞省嘅 capital city 啦，即係話 Alberta 嘅政府咧係響 Edmonton 工作嘅大部分，咁所以我哋嘅政府工係特別多嘅，係啦。咁呢個又係我琴日去做嘅最新鮮嘅資料搜集啦。咁啊即係響10月尾11月 post 出嚟有百幾份嘅工，咁我就抽咗其中一版啦。咁可以睇到其實文職啊啲都唔少嘅，而我自己真係有個好 friend 嘅朋友咧，佢係喺政府度做 HR 嘅。咁咧其實呢啲都唔係咩秘密，其實都好公開咧。係喺經驗嚟講咧，就算一啲嘅文職工啊或者其他嘅工咧，佢要求一啲嘅幾多年經驗咧，其實海外經驗都計，所以我都係好 highly recommend 香港人咧即係。如果第日咧去揾工咧，揾政府工咧，真係唔使擔心呢一樣嘢。同埋咧，佢亦都周不時有啲 talent pool post 出嚟嘅，即係大家都可以先入咗個 talent pool，咁佢有職位會再安排你咁樣咯。係啦，咁亦相當唔錯嘅。好啦，咁天氣啦，我諗第三關注嘅問題咧就係啲人都係覺得好凍。咁老實講，其實咧凍就一定凍噶啦，因為加拿大除溫哥華咧冇乜地方唔凍嘅。但係嗰個程度係咪真係咁恐怖咧？其實就唔係。即係如果同埋而家全球暖化啦，其實我哋嘅冬天都越嚟越短。好似今日咁樣11月17號，晏晝係仲有10度嘅，即係10度喺呢度嚟講係唔係凍，唔係香港嗰啲10度，係真係好溫暖、好舒服嘅。咁就算喺最凍嘅1、2月咧。其實咧係-10幾度平均咧，亦都唔係話每日都-30幾度，即係你可以想像到，其實佢係可能有時咧即係-30度，但係咧好快會跳翻上10幾度。咁所以咧冬天我哋都唔係匿埋晒喺屋企嘅，我哋都會出去玩啦。 咁亦都係咧，如果中意滑雪嘅朋友咧 ，Edmonton 喺個市中心咧已經有2個滑雪場，跟住咧遠少少又有2個。其實揸車15分鐘至20分鐘咧，你已經可以滑雪。所以好多人咧係 join 嗰啲 package 咧，就係即係 seasonal pass 咧，係個禮拜滑雪嘅，同埋係好平嘅。如果係我就最中意去特價時段咧，其實廿幾蚊加幣咧已經係租晒裝備同埋入場噶啦。咁另外一樣嘢咧，凍嘅代價即係凍嘅優點咧，就係咧。好容易睇到北極光啦！咁呢一張相又係我自己私人嘅相嚟嘅，係喺我間房影出去，即係喺有暖氣嘅情況下都係睇到嘅。即係只要你有個窗向北就得㗎。所以獨立屋就有個好處，你總有一個窗向北嘅，係啦。咁呢個我係覺得好開心嘅，即係我願意忍受少少凍，咁又有呢啲優點。好啦，咁講咗咁多生活嘅嘢，就講翻學校啦。咁學校其實都有60年歷史啦。咁我哋而家學生咧就有4萬個，留學生比例唔高嘅2600個左右。咁亦都咧係嚟自好多唔同嘅國家啦，就唔會話淨係即係招晒單一一兩個國家嘅學生咁樣啦。咁係100% 以英文去溝通噶啦。咁我哋係理工學院，亦都係即係較出名嘅理工學院啦，咁亦都係一個好大嘅學校啦，係啦，咁亦都係我哋嘅 credit program 係符合Stream A 嘅要求嘅。好啦，學校個 location 咧就其實響downtown，即係呢個位北少少，大概咧係8至10分鐘嘅車程啦。咁旁邊咧喺學校嘅隔離咧，其實真係好似以前嘅香港理工學院，即係又係紅色。咁行出嚟咧就係一個我哋叫做 LRT 站啦，即係當輕鐵咁樣啦。咁就可以落到去南邊啊，或者係大學啊附近啊咁樣啦。咁其實交通好方便嘅。咁喺隔離咧就已經，我開下一幅圖咧，就大家會再清楚啲。係啦，咁其實住嘅話咧，附近咧當然亦都揾到好多地方可以住啦。但係其實坦白講，香港人會比較中意住南邊多啲。係啦，亦都好方便。你揾地鐵沿線，咁其實都係4-5個字嘅地鐵咧就可以翻到學校。好啦，咁呢個就係學校嗰個 campus 啦。黃色框框以下呢啲全部都係 campus 嘅範圍嚟嘅。咁呢一部分係有機會會再去發展啦。係啦，咁甚至呢個都係一個多層停車場啦。咁其實咧係有20幾棟 building 嘅。咁中間咧你可以見到好多咧都係會有天橋啦，咁係穿過晒去嘅。所以冬天嘅時候咧，轉課室咧都唔使着對靴咁樣走出去咯，咁有晒 locker 成噶啦，係啦。咁隔離咧行過5分鐘，行過條大馬路咧就有個 shopping mall 啦，裡面有 Walmart 啊、food court 啊，係啦，買咩都有噶啦。咁遠處可以望到少少downtown嘅位置啦，係啦。咁所以就唔係好遠嘅啫，都好方便嘅。雖然你望到一片嘅好似樹咁，但係呢度唔係冇屋嘅，係好多，不過樹都好多，即係啲樹可能高過啲屋，所以遮住咗。好啦，咁我哋學校咧係依間理工學院啦，咁都係好着重一啲 hands-on learning 啦，咁所以課堂咧一半咧係 theory， 一半咧就係 application 嘅，亦都有好多 work placement， 即係去實習嘅機會啦。咁學校其實我哋都好注重科技，所以喺個設施方面咧都會投資咗好多新嘅設備啦，係即係令到學生咧係完全係知道而家如果畢咗業之後出去嗰間公司做嘢去用嘅，即係最多人用嘅系統或者最新嘅科技係點嘅。咁每一班咧係小班教學，20至40個學生，所以其實咧都會好多互動嘅機會啦，亦都係可以同個 instructor 更加即係可以問到嘢啦。如果有嘢咩唔明嘅話，好啦，咁數據咧咁又 show 俾大家睇啦。我哋嘅僱主滿意度去到98% 嘅，咁畢業嘅就業率就92%。咁講真，其實如果大家而家去加拿大讀書，好多時都係諗住移民為主。咁讀書其實係佔2年時間，你個生活可能即係更耐啦，或者揾工。咁所以學校咧，其實最主要咧就係即係個課程可能係適合自己讀，而且你睇翻啲數字 ，reputation 喺本地嚟講係高嘅，而且亦都係容易幫助你就業嘅。咁其實咧，依家咧亦都好大機會咧係會一個適合你嘅學校咯。咁我好有信心 Nait 其實係咁樣。咁我當陣時其實真係因為我好中意做資料搜集嘅。其實我決定去讀 Nait 之前，我真係自己搞咗好耐，做咗好耐功課。咁所以我都係即係覺得自己揀啱咗啦。係啦，咁咧畢業生咧畢咗業之後咧，大部分咧其實都係留翻喺 Edmonton 嘅，因為 Edmonton 都有佢哋要揾嘅工啦。咁72% 喺隻 Edmonton 嘅市中，即係city 裏面啦，去工作定居啦。咁有部分就向北啦。 咁其實唔會好多落咗 Calgary 啦，即係按照我哋個畢業生，反而向北會多啲，因為如果係做一啲 oil and gas 即係石油產業咧，咁好多時個工作地點會向北啲嘅，或者一啲偏遠少少地區。咁我哋嘅畢業生嘅工資咧，啱啱畢業咧嗰個 starting 咧大概係5萬蚊加幣度啦，即係30萬港幣左右，係啦。好啦，咁今日時間有限，我就唔能夠一一咁介紹一啲 program 啦，咁所以我會揀咗一啲比較熱門啦，同埋比較特別嘅 program 同大家講下嘅，係啦。咁我哋主要有4個大方面啦 ，business 啊，一啲應用科技啊，ED 啊，同埋一啲 skill trade 嘅，係啦。咁喺商業嘅課程裏面咧，咁主要我可能會今日集中係講2年制嘅啦。咁我哋有啲 business administration diploma，都有一啲2年嘅 top up degree 嘅。咁另外一個 hospitality management diploma 嘅。咁先講 business 啦，其實我哋係最多學生讀 business， 咁我自己都係啦。咁我哋係少數一啲學校咧，暫時仲提供緊 online 嘅課程嘅。咁當然啦，我哋就唔建議大家係揀太多 online 啦，因為始終即係你讀書都係希望可以即係學得好啲，或者係適應到呢度嗰個生活多啲同其他人去溝通咁樣啦。咁但係如果真係有啲非必要嘅即係必要嘅情況，你可能第一個 term 嚟唔到加拿大嘅，咁亦都有一個 flexibility 去選一啲 online 嘅 course 咯，係啦。咁咧其實我哋5至8月都照開班啦，所以咧如果係即係 keep 住讀嘅話咧，好似我咁樣咧，咁雖然係辛苦嘅，真係辛苦嘅，但係最快係可以16個月畢業咯。如果讀 business 係啦，咁如果有啲朋友仔佢係即係諗住係讀晒成個 degree， 咦又想中間可以攞埋個身份喎，咁其實就可以讀完2年嘅 diploma 之後咧，咁搞完攞 PR 之後再翻嚟讀埋 BBA 嘅 Year 3 Year 4， 咁之後就一個即係 degree 課程完畢咁樣咯，係啦。咁我哋9月、1月、5月都會開班嘅。要求都唔係要求咧就係中英數合格，即係高中畢業啦。咁我等陣會再講一講我哋嗰啲成績要求其實係點樣睇嘅。好啦，另外一個咧就比較我哋係好特別嘅一個課程啦，就係叫 Bachelor of Technology。咁呢個咧係好適合一啲咧本身咧有一啲 technical background， 即係可能喺行業裡面無論係工程啦一啲應用科學啊即係 health 類啊 IT 啊等等啦，咁可能你已經係畢咗業一段時間，但係喺個行裡面有啲經驗嚟到嘅時候，你可能都係 look for 一啲即係管理層，你都唔想由最 entry level 做起，想做翻一啲即係普通管理層啦。咁亦都即係希望人工有翻咁上下啦。咁其實呢個 program 就好適合啦，因為咧佢咧係即係以 management 嘅課程為主嘅。咁其實可以幫助你更加適應呢邊嘅一啲管理文化啦，同埋呢邊嘅一啲可能法規啦，即係管理層要知道嘅法規啦。咁佢分咗4大方面嘅 operations 啦、project management 啦、sustainability 啦、general management 啦咁樣。咁你可以見到嘅 employment rate 係其實都好高，92%，而且出嚟嘅人工相當唔錯啊，7萬4蚊加幣係啦1年啦。咁呢個如果即係有啲朋友去擔心佢個 study permit， 如果我有倒讀嘅情況咧，呢個 program 亦都可能即係可以幫到你去避免呢個情況咯，係啦。咁都係2年時間就可以攞到個 bachelor degree 啦，同埋咧佢有 co-op 嘅，係啦，即係5月開始我哋就會有 co-op 啦，咁亦都係幫助你適應成個工作環境嘅。好啦，咁我哋有更加多嘅 diploma 咧，2年制嘅 diploma 咧喺唔同嘅範疇咧都有啦 ，IT 啊、construction 等等啦。咁特別就揀多咗2個 program 同大家講嘅，係啦。咁黃色嗰啲 highlight 咗咧，其實就係即係有 co-op 喺個 program 裏面咧，可能有4個月或者至到8個月嘅時間咧，係去到一啲真實嘅工作環境嗰度做嘢，而且大部分都係有人工嘅，係啦。咁另外一啲能源類啦，一啲喺實驗室做嘢嘅啦，或者係一啲即係傳媒類嘅啦，都有嘅。咁我揀咗個 Digital Media of IT 呢個 program 啦，其實係一個比較新嘅 program。咁佢哋都即係呢個 program 咧都好多innovation 或者係需要 creativity 咁係即係一啲屬於 IT 類嘅 program 啦。咁亦或者傳統啲咧，其實 computer software development 我哋都有嘅。咁喺個9大個major 裏面咧，你可以揀嘅。咁當中有最少15個禮拜 co-op 啦，係有人工嘅。而我介紹呢個 program 咧，因為咧其實佢係接受 high school grade 11，即係話係中五嘅成績咧，亦都已經可以報名噶啦。即係話可能你讀完中五未考 DSE， 又或者唔打算考 DSE， 當係咁樣啦。又或者好似我咁 N 年前咁係啦。如果你攞住個中五成績咧，亦都可以報嘅。咁佢要求中英數嘅啫，唔需要理科嘅。咁有啲朋友咧就即係會即係想讀個 degree 咧，亦都可以考慮先讀呢個 digital media of IT。咁佢有3個 major 咧，係連同其他2年制嘅 diploma 咧，讀完之後咧可以駁落呢一個 bachelor degree 度嘅。呢個亦都係一個 IT 嘅 degree 啦，即係用呢個2+2 2年加2年嘅方式去駁啦。咁咧呢一個 program 咧，亦都好特別嘅。如果你係本身有 IT 底5年內畢業，亦都可以申請直接申請呢個 program 啦。咁呢個 degree 咧係其實讀書係讀1年嘅啫。第2年咧之後嗰2個 term 咧係 full time 嘅 intern 嚟嘅，係啦。咁所以好多時啲學生咧根本都未畢業咧，僱主已經請咗你啦，因為你已經同佢做咗1年嘢。咁所以如果表現唔係有咩問題嘅，佢都會請你咯。人工咧亦都係幾可觀啦，同埋咧個 employment rate 咧都係接近100% 嘅。好啦，咁有更加多嘅其他 engineering technology 嘅 program 啦，咁我呢度唔一一講啦。咁想即係 highlight 俾大家睇嘅，其實咧喺 Alberta 咧呢一類嘅工咧，其實都係揾幾多錢下嘅，而且佢哋對於嗰個學歷嘅要求唔高嘅。其實一般就係你讀完2年嘅diploma， 咁跟住咧你就即係儲下啲工作經驗咧，咁你人工咧慢慢就會高噶啦。好似呢一個 program 咁樣啦，咁如果你入咗一個apprenticeship 嘅 program， 咁然之後你工作即係3-4年當中有啲即係翻嚟做 training 啦，咁咧其實3-4年後咧你個人工咧攞到 journeyman 咧已經係有成91,000幾蚊年薪噶啦。咁另外一啲譬如 electrical engineering technology 啦，咁亦都一樣啦。其實畢業嘅人工已經係6萬幾蚊，咁你加咗2年經驗啦，跟住攞咗個 certified engineering technologist 咧，咁已經可以去到8萬幾蚊。咁再去到6年經驗啦，咁做埋一個 professional technology engineer 嘅級數咧，咁佢雖然括號，因為佢唔係真係 engineer， 但係其實嗰個重要性已經等同 engineer。其實人工亦都係已經去到咧10萬蚊加幣㗎啦1年。啦，咁更加多其他就唔一一去講啦。咁呢個係做一個 5G， 即係而家嗰啲無線即係系統咁樣噶啦。係唔中意出去嘅中意畫嘢，即係 creativity 多啲嘅，咁可以考慮呢個 architectural technology 啦。咁佢係啦，即係室內工作為主嘅。咁呢個係唔需要理科啦。咁跟住仲有我哋一啲嘅health related program 啦，但係咧因為其實咧每年咧我哋8月咧就會開始接受報名啦，接受明年9月開班嘅報名啦，咁跟住11月我哋就會叫做一個 cut off shortlist 咗啲同學咧出嚟 interview 嘅，係啦，咁因為health related 嘅 program 咧都係個 seat 都係即係個位置都幾 limited 啦，咁所以咧而家咧可能就係過咗下年嗰個期啦，所以我今日就唔詳細介紹啦。係啦，另外有一啲嘅 skill trade 啦，其實都好受歡迎嘅，即係譬如 culinary 啦，咁亦都好多實習機會，包括學校嘅餐廳啦，都有好多實習機會嘅。咁employment rate 都係接近100% 嘅。好啦，咁 campus 裏面咧，的而且確好多設施啦，因為我哋都係公立學校啦，咁所以咧係啦，我諗係啦，今日嘅另外一間學校都係一樣，咁所以我就一一再去詳細介紹啦。咁差唔多畢業，我哋都會有 support 係即係教同學去點樣做 interview 啦，整個 resume 啦，同埋有啲 career fair 喺個學校度進行啦。好啦，咁整個時間表咧，其實咧，如果你1月入學嘅話咧，即係明年1月咧，咁亦就會響即係大部分嘅 program 咧，就會喺2026年嘅1月咧收到畢業證書，咁可以夠期去即係申請 Stream A 啦。咁如果最後一個 intake 嘅話咧，就係明年9月入學，咁就會喺2026年5月收到畢業證書，咁跟住都係講得切申請 Stream A 嘅。 咁如果你係讀 business 嘅話咧，就最快16個月畢業咧，即係話咧最後 last 一個 intake 咧就係2025年嘅1月入學。咁啊係啦，亦都係夠期咧，一模一樣咧，響2026年嘅5月咧就會收到嗰個畢業證書，亦都係夠期嘅。好啦，入學方面咧，其實咧呢度有個表啦，咁我哋個website 咧會 show 咗好多唔同嘅 level 出嚟，咁一般 10 level 咧就即係我哋嘅Form 4嘅程度啦，係啦，20 level 咧即係 Form 5啦，咁30 level 就即係中學畢業啦，咁無論係考會考啦、A level 啦、DSE 啦，咁我哋都係可以咧係轉換翻嘅，係啦，咁譬如 DSE 嚟計咧，level 1咧已經係相等於我哋Alberta 嘅 Grade 12嘅合格噶啦。係啦，咁如果譬如好似左手邊咁樣，佢冇寫到要求嘅分咧，就即係話合格已經得嘅。好啦，另外一樣嘢就係畀香港嘅學生啦。如果你係即係 DSE 嘅學生，已經讀緊最後一年咧，憑住你嘅 Form 5嘅成績表或者 Form 6嘅一啲可能中期試啊。再或者老師肯幫你寫一個 predicted grade 咧，呢啲咧都可以咧作為一個學歷咧去申請入學，然之後我哋咧可以咧就出個 conditional offer 俾你嘅，係啦，咁亦都適用於 IB 啊、AP 啊或者GCE 嘅一啲國際課程嘅。好啦，另外就係要考埋個英文啦，即係英文語言能力測試啦。咁我哋都接受好多唔同嘅考試啊，包括 IELTS 啊、Duolingo 等等嘅。係啦，咁如果即係英文爭少少嘅話咧，亦都可以考慮咧透過讀一啲語言學校嘅課程咧，去有個 pathway 咧去入翻我哋嘅即係 diploma program 嘅。好啦，咁最後2-3個 slide 咧就係講緊咧。如果你係冇一個理科底嘅話咧，其實咧我哋學校咧亦都有一啲 program 咧係可以適合你嘅，即係包括 business 啊、IT 啊等等啦。如果你係未達到中學畢業，即係 Form 6嘅程度咧，我哋亦都有其他 program 咧係可以適合你嘅，係啦。咁包括咗 culinary 啦，係啦，亦都有頭先講嘅 digital media of IT 啦，或者一啲即係做一啲 plumbing 啊，或者係整車啊等等嘅。好啦，咁最後咧就係即係多謝大家今日參加RiseSmart 嘅呢一個講座啦。咁所以咧即係喺12月17號之前咧，透過佢哋報名咧，我哋嘅報名費咧係可以減100蚊嘅。
Yes, hello everyone. Good morning. Well, good noon. I am Christina for Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. So that is SAIT, SAIT. So it's very grateful that Bingo has introduced a lot of information about Alberta and some covering Calgary as well. So thank you, Bingo, for that. We are in the same province, that is Alberta. So I will skip a bit of information about Alberta with thanks to Bingo, but focus more on Calgary and the Sait. So for Alberta, as Bingo mentioned, it's a beautiful place with lower living expenses, beautiful scenery, as you can see in the picture down here. And so that is the famous Banff I will talk about later as well. And then also this is a place that you have only 5% of provincial sales tax compared to say 12 to 15% in say Ontario and BC. So here is the ideal and balanced place for you to live in. And also here are some photos I took in Banff this May. So this is how beautiful the place is. And you can see snow and also Yelf there as well. And you have the Banff town, which is down here. I'll show you with the laser points. So this is the Banff town where you will be able to access restaurants, hotels, tourism, shops, and everything related to tourism. And the reason I mentioned this is because Banff is only about 1 hour or 1 hour and a half away from the city Calgary. So it's super close to the city and also our campus. And more importantly, Sait is very famous for its hospitality. And this is the place that the students on hospitality programs can have their internships or have a permanent job. This is the place you can have those. And then let's talk about Calgary. So Calgary, as you may have seen in Bengal's slide, that it is a city down south of the province of Alberta. It's about 3-hour drive from Edmonton, the capital city of Alberta. Alberta. And then we are however, the largest city in the province. And actually we're the 4th largest in the nation of Canada. So we're pretty large in scale and in population. We have about 1.4 million in the population. And that's the 3rd most populous city in Canada. So we're pretty large in scale. And some fun fact, if you are interested in sports, Calgary held the first Winter Olympics in Canada. And the second is Vancouver. So we are even earlier than Vancouver to hold the Winter Olympics. So that really means the city is super well infrastructured and I would say rich to support such a grand event. So that's some fun fact to share with you guys about Calgary. And most importantly, Calgary is famous for its great natural scenery, like the sun, because we have the most, this is like the most sunniest city in Canada, as we have an average of 333 days with the sun all over the year. So if you are scared of staying at home, and Calgary is the place for you, because we have mostly the sunny days for you, so that you can go out, go hiking or biking or having picnic with family, whatever outside. That is a perfect place for you. And then so let's have some visual about the city. So this is a picture that I love the most. It really gives you a great preview of the city, and also it shows the downtown as well as the beautiful weather and the river in Calgary. So the river is called Bow River, B-O-W, Bow. And then the city, the downtown of the city is at the south bank of the city, of the river. And our campus is right opposite to the downtown. So we're in the north bank of the river. We will have a Google map later to show that. So here is a glimpse of the city itself. And then now quickly, let's take a look at okay, let's see if I can play. Okay, so here is a quick video about the city and as well as our campus, so that you can feel them more clearly. Okay, so that's about the city. You can feel the sunshine, the trees, the greenness, and the people who are friendly out there. So this is a very livable city, and it's therefore Calgary has been ranked the most livable city in the world for multiple years, and as top 10 or top 5 or even the 3rd depending on which ranking it is. So this is a place that really suitable to live in. And here is the Google map I mentioned. So it tells us more visually about the location. So as I mentioned, there is a river across the city of Calgary. That is the Bow River here. So let me use the laser pen again. So here's the Bow River across the city. So at the south bank, that is a downtown, which is right next to the river. So you can walk along the river after visiting the downtown. It's super close. And then up north, we are located in the north bank of the river. So here is our campus. And as you can see, the red line is our public transportation called C train. C is the capital word of Calgary, so C train. So that is the line between downtown and our campus. It's only about 15 minutes. And if you drive your car or Uber, then that can be even faster. It's only about less than 10 minutes if there is no traffic. And normally the route is like this. It's so it's pretty convenient. And alongside the route, you will see loads of Chinese restaurants and shops and supermarkets. And for example, like at this corner, if you turn right at this corner, there is a medium-sized supermarket where you can buy sauces or Chinese vegetables, all sorts of things like that. So it's super convenient. And you can even walk from our campus to this supermarket. It's only about like 30-40 minute walk if you have time. And so that is about the convenience of our campus to downtown. And also if you go down south to here, there is a largest shopping center where is a collective of shopping malls, and you can spend a day there. So you can shop for the whole day. So that is only about 30 minutes C train, 30 minutes of, let's say, Ding Ding in Hong Kong. So that's very, very convenient. And you will also have the International Airport of Calgary located somewhere up here in the northeast of the city. Is about a 40-minute drive from our campus. And it's important to mention because our Aero Center is located right next to the airport, because we have programs for example, like repairing airplane. So that is a smaller campus, which is right next to the airport. So it's important to note about the location as well. And by the way, if you're interested, you can also apply for University of Calgary after SAIT, after our diploma programs, for example, and it's right up here in the northwest of the city. Is about 20 minutes drive from our campus. So that is the location of the whole city. And then if you go to Calgary downtown, it's pretty much like this. Just like, I would say it's pretty similar to Central in Hong Kong. It feels like Central with the high-rise buildings, with the glass buildings of those. And you can work here. You can find loads of, for example, tech companies or energy companies, all sorts of companies over there. So that's pretty much like I feel like also like the downtown of Vancouver as well. It's pretty similar. The vibe of the city is quite similar out there. And then here are some photos I took myself in May again. And you can see on the left side, that is the road sign of the downtown of the Chinatown. And you can see the streets are named by number. So we have the first and second. So it's pretty about it's roughly about 2 to 3 blocks of the scale of the Chinatown. And however, that is far from enough for the Chinese population in Calgary. So that is only a kind of a central place for Chinese. However, all the Chinese presence is scattered all over the city in Calgary. So it's not only about the Chinatown. You can find so many different Chinese restaurants, shops, supermarkets, or bakeries in Calgary all over the city. And then up right here, that is the C train I mentioned. So it's quite big, like ding ding in Hong Kong. I always use that metaphor. It's just a longer than ding ding. And then we have the iconic Calgary Tower. So as you can see, there is a tower at the far end of the road. So that is somewhere you need to visit for sure when you go to Calgary. So Calgary Tower, and it resembles the tower in Seoul, actually. That's a fun fact to share again, because it's the same designer. So here is a glimpse of a supermarket, a Chinese supermarket in up north in Calgary. So it's pretty big, and it's called TNT, Da Tonghua. I don't know how to say it in Cantonese, but it is I think it's the largest chain store in Canada, and there are 4 stores in Calgary, and the picture is the largest and the newest. So I paid a visit to this supermarket with Uber, and I remember clearly the Uber says it's only 18 minutes from campus to this supermarket, and it's super big and super comprehensive with goods. As you can see, you have all those sauces, like the ones we are used to, and you can have hot pot ingredients, and so pretty much everything you can find or you need for your daily cooking. And then last but not least, about our college. So technology is who we are. That is a slogan we normally convey to students. So just similar to Nait, we're also focusing on technology. So we are really strong in science programs. But other than that, we also have other programs that are suitable for students who don't have a strong sciencey background. For example, we have School of Business and also hospitality, and also some arts programs within these schools. And among those, business is one of the best business schools, and also most importantly, hospitality, that is the best in Canada. And do you still remember I mentioned Banff, the Banff National Park? That is only about 1 hour drive from Calgary. So Banff is like our internship or career destination for hospitality students. So our hospitality school is very famous in the nation and also globally. It's ranked top 30 in the world as well. So that is a strong program you can choose, and so many Chinese students choose it, especially the culinary arts and the baking programs. They are very, very, very popular. So that now, from the latest report, we can see that these 2 programs have been closed for next fall, I'm afraid. So that is how hospitality popular at Sait. And here are some internship sites that our hospitality students can practice skills at, like our canteens, our restaurants in downtown that is called Highwood, and also here is down right. Here is a picture of the Highwood, as I mentioned. That is a public commercial restaurant in downtown, where you can see our students and their instructors are working to serve for our customers. So this is the place where our students can have access to. And also upright here is a picture of how our baking students are having their classes. So we bumped into their classroom. That is the kind of kitchen for them. So they're making cookies from with the guidance from their instructor. And also up here, we have the little fancy shops, let's say, where our students can sell their, let's say, products. That is, can be sandwich or honey they collected, or bread they make, or dishes they cook, and our students and the faculties can actually dine in here. That is a canteen or say restaurant in the School of Hospitality. And some of my colleagues on campus, they sometimes buy bread or even like fresh meat from the shop for their family. So that is pretty cheap and fresh and a very good bargain at this shop. And similarly for our science programs, we have very facilitated labs. For example, like this, how to say it? It's like a cargo or warehouse. That is where students for avionics can have access to. So if you open this door, this like a big entrance door, and then that will be the site of International Airport of Calgary. So that is next door. This is our Aero Center. And also similarly, if students of automotive technology, you will be able to have access to those cars, those real life cars, so that you can practice your skill of repairing different kinds of cars. So that is about our programs. And so you should be now impressive about our hospitality business and those science programs. And finally, let me introduce a bit about our admissions. First of all, that is about our program types. It's pretty important because most of you are aiming for stream A policy. So you, I think the best deal is to take a 2-year program from next fall at the latest, and then you graduate after 2 years in 2026. And our graduation is normally around April, May of the year, so that you still have a couple of months to meet the application deadline for stream A. So 2-year diploma programs, that is a key program for you to pay attention to. And also we have some certificates, but that could be risky. So, and then for English, the best, it's pretty recommended that you meet your English requirements as soon as possible. Otherwise, there may be extension for your overall study plan. So we have English program. However, that's not the best option for you if you are aiming for stream A. And then for English proficiency acceptance, we accept pretty much all the regular English proficiency tests like IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, PTE, or some third-party English language programs like IELTS. And then for academic requirements for those diploma programs, we normally require high school equivalents. So for Hong Kong, like Hong Kong ALE, DSE, or all those we do accept as equivalents. And but you have to pay attention that most of our programs require math and English language arts for the academic. However, if you don't have math, for example, we do have a couple of programs that don't require it, but only English language arts. For example, film production, film and video production, that is one, and also like journalism. So these are pretty friendly to students who don't have a math or science program background. And for example, a health program, and normally you will need to have biology as the subject in addition to math and English. And then also for those STEM programs, that is the like engineering or computer, sometimes you will need physics or science in addition to this too as well. So that is a pretty key message I want to pass along here. And then some key dates for you to remember. So now we are pretty limited for winter next year and also spring next year, meaning next fall is really the one you should be looking at now. And even for fall, we have a couple of programs that are already full or waitlisted. So feel free to go to Venus and her team, who are pretty professional, to advise you on which availability is open to you guys for next fall, and then catch the last train for that. And then some quick notes. Venus is super familiar with this, so she will be able to advise again. And just some quick notes on the financial side of things. We have the application fee of 150 Canadian dollars per application. And the 2 options are available per application. However, for this event only, if you are applying for next fall, we are able to provide application fee waiver for you, 2 quota on this event only. Meaning you don't need to pay the application fee for if you are applying for next fall from this event. And then once you get offer, you need to pay deposits. That's 1,750 Canadian dollars for academic programs, that is for diploma. And then if you have English program, that is additional 1,000 Canadian dollars for English program. We call it English Language Foundation, or in short ELF program for the deposit. So here are some key financial notes for you to pay attention to. And then for housing, we do have on-campus housing. We have 4 different types of rooms for you to choose from. However, one thing to remember is that this is only available to students, not for family. So if you have families going with you, you will need to look for some off-campus options, I'm afraid. Okay, so here is some quick glimpse of one of the housing options, studio apartment. It looks like this, and you have a super big bed, like a queen size bed, and also you have your kitchen corner, your own bathroom, and a really great view of the city. And so our about the fees, it's pretty simple. Our tuition ranges from 18,000 to 27,000 Canadian dollars, depending on which program you are looking for. So the average is around 21,000 Canadian dollars per year for 2 semesters. So for diploma, you need to double that, because diploma is normally 2 years. And then, okay, so that is about our student services. It's all around service for you to support you, how to survive winter, how to get your medical, the medical insurance, like everything, and also like to extend your visa, to how to apply for PR, all the services we do, we are able to provide you on campus, and it's mostly free. And so lastly, that is about the AAIP immigration policy, which I believe Venus has mentioned a lot about that. However, it's important to know which program or which stream best suits you. So that's about Sait. Thank you all. Hope that is helpful.
我哋都有個 checklist 會俾翻大家嘅，咁提供翻入邊嘅成績單啦、英文成績啊、護照啊、CV 啊等等啦。咁譬如你有需要一個緊急嘅聯絡人啦，咁你會俾我哋啦。咁我哋其實都會幫你填晒啲 form 嘅，咁所以唔使太擔心會唔會話驚唔識填啊咁樣。咁我哋會幫你去解晒佢哋嘅。咁program 嗰度啦，其實通常你都可以揀2至3個，即係揀2至3個 choice。咁睇翻個學校啦，咁通常會有第一個 first choice 啦，咁你會有 second choice 啦，有啲會有第3個 choice 都有嘅。咁呢個 checklist 如果你大家需要咧，可以之後 WhatsApp 翻我哋會可以俾翻你嘅。咁大家有個 idea 先，或者你想 cap 都可以。咁係啦，咁呢個最後啦，如果你想揾我哋去做 consultation 嘅話咧，歡迎有個 QR code 啦，可以約同事啦，或者你喺 WhatsApp 嗰度咧 都可以簡單聯絡我哋會有同事跟進，睇下你想約幾時做個 consultation 嘅。咁啊 consultation 可以係 Zoom 做啦，或者你現場即係 I mean 嚟到我哋尖沙咀 office 都可以。咁通常我哋就 prefer 就 Zoom 啦，因為大家方便嘛。咁同埋都係30分鐘。咁其實如果係有咩講都可以喺 Zoom 嗰度解決晒就得㗎啦。咁係啦，咁多謝大家今日朝頭早嘅出席啦。